Well, it's obviously having these CACs last week here, it's a great experience for our players to win the championship, something that these guys have been committed to for 4 years. And it's great to be in Albany, but it's great to be in the East. We've been out to Grand Rapids in Wisconsin and Minnesota since the last time we've been here. Providence was the last time in 2003 that we were in the East. So, looking forward to playing in front of our fans for the first time in 7 years in the NCAA tournament. These guys, they've deserved that opportunity, and through all their hard work and commitments in our program over the last 4 years, they've experienced not getting to the playoffs, to losing the semis, and losing the championship, and obviously last weekend they were rewarded with that persistence and winning an ECAC championship. So we're looking forward to it. It's a great field here. Four of the best goaltenders in college hockey in the same bracket is a kind of a very unusual to have four first-team goalies in the same bracket. So it's obviously this bracket's going to get great goaltending, great special teams when you look at all the other three teams, and that's been our strength all year long, and we hope for that to continue this weekend.
For Mike and for Colin, how important is it that you already beat New Hampshire once this year up at their building?
Well, I don't think I talked to our team about that about 2 weeks ago. We talked about it in different games, how you can look back at scores and get a misread on games. That was a 5-2 game, but it was 2-2 going into the third. It's an advantage, I think, for both teams in the fact that you've played each other, you're kind of familiar with them and their styles, but just like your regular season, it doesn't really have that much of an impact on a game that happened in January. Has very little to no effect on a game that's played here in March. So gives us familiarity with some of their best players and the way they play, but it does the same thing for them. So from a coaching standpoint, not much, but from a player's standpoint.
Well, definitely playing down there, especially beating them in their rink, was obviously a big high for us. I think it just gives us a lot of confidence knowing that obviously we can beat that team. They're a very, very skilled team. Obviously we had to experience firsthand. A lot of times you watch their best players on video, or you see them, kind of on ESPN or something like that. But to actually experience it firsthand, it's been great for us, and actually know that we came out with a win. This definitely gives us a lot of confidence.
For Ben, you're on an amazing streak coming into this tournament. New Hampshire hasn't scored a goal in its last 2 games. So how do you approach this game with what you have been doing and what New Hampshire has not been doing?
I don't think we changed, myself and the team personally. I don't think we changed anything. There was a goal called back against Union in the finals with about 40 seconds left that could have gone in either way. You could have a goal going off your skate. There's so little you can control about that sort of stuff, and you can't really let it affect you. So the same way that you don't let a bad goal affect the way you prepare, the way you get ready, or the way you even play a game, you got to kind of take that same attitude in the way that I'm going to go into this weekend. Obviously we've had a good run the past few games, but we're not going to change anything. We don't think that we're incapable of being scored on by any stretch, and if they do score, we're just gonna get back the next line over the boards, and we're gonna keep going. So I don't really think we changed too much. Myself personally, I'm just gonna focus the same way I did in January and February and March and last weekend. So there's not a lot of change in my game.